Hello, camper.
Hello there, friend.
Howdy.
Welcome
Welcome.
to the Truth Cabin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Truth Cabin. This is Charlie, and happy 5th anniversary to the Truth Cabin podcast feed. Over the past 5 years, this podcast feed has really grown into such a fun project to be part of, and I'm so excited to celebrate with a little throwback from the earliest days of the podcast feed. So for our fans who have been listening since January 2021, you know that the podcast feed was originally just the main series, The Truth Cabin. And over the years, we updated it into a feed with multiple series. And now we have our 5 series. We did phases. Now we're into our open release. And the very first episode that we created was called Welcome Campers. It's still to this day, in January 2026, when this episode comes out, is the most listened to episode of the podcast feed. And when we were recording that episode, we had a situation where we made a bunch of different recordings. That was in December of 2020. And we had one section that we never used. And the reason why was because we just didn't find a good spot to put it. So it ended up living in a folder for years. We tried to post it as a secondary thing on the Instagram account at the Truth Cabin, if you haven't taken a look at that yet. But we took it down because it just didn't fit right, and we were trying to figure out the right spot for it. But over the past 5 years, it's really just been sitting there. And now we finally have a home for it. So on our 5th anniversary of the podcast feed, we are putting out this episode of the Truth Cabin where we are going to release that special clip from the very first recording of the Truth Cabin. So in this clip, we have myself, Counselor Matt, and Counselor Steve, where we're discussing different food preferences. So we're talking about things that we enjoy, don't enjoy, having a little banter back and forth, and talking about our different opinions. So without further ado, here is that clip from the very first recording of the Truth Cabin. Enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side.
Okay, so a topic I wanted to bring up that means a lot to me is your least favorite foods and ingredients. Now, the reason I bring up this topic is because I want the truth as far as, do you guys agree with me? Am I alone in my distaste for certain foods and ingredients, or can I find some common ground? And I'll be honest with you, I'm sick of saying I don't like this, and people saying, how do you not like that? Everybody likes that. What's wrong with you? You're like, no, I like what I like, and I don't like what I don't like. So I want to kind of
very opinionated.
very opinionated.
I've come to know this, that you're just an opinionated guy with opinions.
Yes, and that's why I'm here today.
That's true.
To give you my opinion on where the foods let me down. Okay, so I will start.
All right.
I don't like sour cream. I don't like ranch. I don't like onion dip. I don't like mayonnaise all around. If it's white and creamy condiment style going on a sandwich or on a taco or on a burrito, like I can't do anything like that. So I'm getting that out of the way, first of all. Secondly, I can't do olives. I don't like olives.
How dare you?
Steve, you're gonna let me finish here.
I'm trying to be patient with you, but you're like treading on some of the foods that I hold near and dear. So just continue, but know that I'm looking at you very disappointedly.
Okay.
I am not sure how I'll live with this information.
Okay, Charlie. Uh,
Great. Great.
I don't like beets. I don't like turnips. I don't like onions. I don't mind if they're cooked or caramelized, but I don't like onions like on a salad per se. Um, I'm also really not big on super spicy stuff. I don't know how you guys feel about a little bit of heat in your food, but I'm not big on if I am tasting the food, but if it's burning my mouth, I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah. I love spicy food. I am all about the spicier the better personally. I know that's a personal thing. Like I know that I'm in my household growing up, I remember that like I would need like the hot salsa and I'd be like, this tastes like nothing. And then I look at like my mom who'd eat the mild salsa and she would need like an entire glass of water afterwards because she couldn't handle it. Like we definitely had that in my family. I love the spicy food. I think the biggest food that I agree with you, Matt, on that list was is olives, and it's not necessarily because I don't like olives. It's more like some foods I don't like eating them in certain areas. Like if an olive is like in a food, like if it's on a pizza or something like that, that's fine with me. The people who like put the olives on their fingers and then eat them like solo, that's the stuff that makes me want to vomit. Like so there's certain foods like I said like it depends on how I'm eating them. Like I know people who I like ranch dressing, but I know people who put ranch on like literally everything and I'm like guys, a salad, yes, certain foods, certain like burgers and stuff like that. Yeah. But for people who put them on like chicken and stuff like that, I'm like, guys, like, come on. Like that's a little bit over the top. So I definitely, I'm not as picky with food. And honestly, Matt, listening to the amount of foods you mentioned there, maybe the topic should have been food that you actually like, because you're pretty much just like crapping on every food that exists.
Charlie, I wasn't even done yet.
Oh
Oh,
my.
I
oh
don't
God.
I don't like beans. I don't
Oh,
like uh what else? Chickpeas. I don't like avocado. I don't like guacamole. I mean, I have a long list and I want to know, Steve, where do you stand on these, Steve? What is
Okay.
in your distaste?
All right. Um, I do agree with the ranch dressing. There's a time and place for ranch dressing, but some of the foods that you mentioned, beets, I think you said turnips. Did you say turnips?
It did say turnips.
Those are like my those are my faves. I
Turnip?
just I love it. Love love a turnip. Um in a boiled dinner.
I don't think
Mm. Um the foods that I have an aversion to. I do agree spicy. I've never had the mouth for spicy. So I will agree with that. The marshmallows on sweet potatoes is something that
oh,
I really dislike. I love sweet potatoes, but there's only one way to ruin a sweet potato, and it's with the marshmallows. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you kids out there that think it's like, ooh, sweet. It needs
It's
more sweet, you
it
know?
needs more
It doesn't.
sweet.
It doesn't. It's a sweet potato. Um, and I will say that buffalo, I've never been a fan of the buffalo, like
like wing.
buffalo wings, just that orangey,
You
spicy,
and you lost me.
gooey. Uh,
You lost me there. I was with you until that point.
see, we just had, we were
So now we can't be friends. That's okay.
that's
I
what makes
understand.
this trio dynamic is that we have We have very differing mouth opinions.
Yes, absolutely.
We all agree mayonnaise is a no-go. Can we agree on that?
I,
Not
I,
occasionally.
in certain contexts, I, I enjoy a mayo.
Yeah.
By itself?
No, not,
Oh,
I, I do not
I just picture
spoon mayo into my mouth. No, I don't.
I do not spoon mayo. Yep. No, mayo is is I put that in the same avenue as like ranch. Like some people use it way too much and put too much on there. And mayo is something where it's like if you have the right amount in the right circumstance, it's good. But if you put too much on it and in the wrong spot, it becomes disgusting very, very fast. And the only other food that I can think of in my life that I ever ate and I vehemently like gagged after I ate it and now I'm afraid of it is black licorice. Black
really.
licorice,
Interesting.
literally, like I remember I ate it one time and I was just like, this is one of the most disgusting things I have ever eaten. I'm still not sure what's in black licorice that makes it so different from regular licorice.
Huh.
It's just like, I still have nightmares about it. It was not.
I think there was a story that a guy died by eating too much black licorice. I'm gonna
I
look that
believe.
up.
I believe.
Continue the conversation. I'll be
Okay.
typing this
Yeah.
in the background.
Okay. So Matt, it seems like the thing that you were mentioning a lot is that you have a lot of condiments necessarily that you don't like on your foods. So is it that you don't like adding these types of things to your foods, or is it more like you don't like the idea of eating like mayonnaise or ranch like separately? That kind of it kind of
I think
gets you. Or the people like drown it in their food.
I think overall it's a consistency thing rather than like, for example, I don't understand how sour cream benefits a taco or a burrito. I don't see what you gain from sour cream. I don't see what mayo does for a sandwich. It just diminishes the value. Steve, do you have a talking point?
Yeah. Um, Specifically about sour cream. The sour cream has that like cool, refreshing taste in a taco. That's where sour cream exists in my universe,
Yeah,
where it's that little extra like sweet tartness in a taco.
yeah.
I think you should revisit it.
It's
What?
like it's like just imagine like it adds in like a cream that's kind of sour.
Oh, okay. Well put,
Yeah,
Charlie.
yeah, yeah. If you think about it like that, it really can change it for you.
That is really smart, Charlie. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, you gotta open your
I
mind to
did
the possibilities.
I did find the story about
Oh,
a
I
man who
I
died from
I
licorice.
I do need to hear this.
A Massachusetts man,
True.
Oh,
September 2020.
oh my God! It happened this year.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Um, yeah, there, I guess there is a certain acid in black licorice that causes abnormal heart rhythms, high blood pressure, swelling, or even heart failure. So,
So I'm like saving
Charlie,
my own.
stay away.
Yeah. So me not liking that it was like my body saying, "Save yourself." Like,
Right.
thank you, body, thank you, brain, for telling me that that tastes like crap. 'Cause-
All
Oh my
right.
gosh.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Oh,
Here it comes.
this will be good.
My least favorite part of a chocolate chip cookie are the chocolate chips.
What? I need further backup on that.
I
What do you mean?
I think when I get to a chocolate chip and a chocolate chip cookie, it's like I have to like endure the chocolate chips to get that good cookie because the cookie is not just a sugar cookie. There's like a specific
Cookie dough kind of.
cookie dough that's in a chocolate chip cookie that is only in a chocolate chip cookie. I need a chocolate chipless cookie. So if anybody out there has a chocolate chipless
Cookie.
cookie recipe,
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you take out the chocolate chips, it's not a chocolate chip cookie anymore. So, like, don't you think that that dough, maybe it tastes so good because you mixed the chocolate chips with it?
Potentially. I mean, I maybe that's an experiment to somehow, is there some way to develop a disappearing chocolate chip that can, bake through, go through the baking process and just go away by the end of the
I don't know, Steve.
chocolate chip.
I feel like when it comes to cookies, it sounds like you've got a chip on your shoulder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish the chip wasn't there. That's the thing.
Don't we? Don't we all? Well, maybe you should try the type of cookies that have like the different types of chocolate. You ever had like a white chocolate chip cookie? Maybe if like you had like a different consistency chocolate, maybe that would
Yeah,
change it for you a little bit.
right. Uh, mm, I no, I mean it still stands. My feeling still stands. Is that it's my least favorite part. I don't know if it's the consistency, if it's like the texture of it, the I don't know, it takes me out of the cookie eating
What
experience.
about oatmeal raisin cookies? Do you like biting into those raisins?
I do. I do like a raisin in a cookie.
Hmm. Interesting.
Okay.
I think it has to do with the texture of a chocolate chip.
Oh. Now, let's say
I'm
you
not
get like
saying I'm not saying I hate chocolate chip cookies. I want to make that clear that this is like a it's a it's a piece of a puzzle and I want to understand the puzzle.
Mhm. Now, let's say that you have two chocolate chip cookies in front of you. There's one chocolate chip cookie that's like fresh out of the oven. It's like still doughy, and then the chocolate is like still kind of like liquidy, compared to a chocolate chip cookie that like it's been sitting out for a little bit. It's a little harder. The chocolate chips are like back into being like a hard congealed thing. Is there like is it more like you don't like eating through like a hard chocolate chip or a soft? Like what? How does that fit into it?
Yes. The, you hit it, Charlie, with this question. I prefer a chocolate chip cookie that is warm. And I don't think that's like a polarizing
No.
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
No, not at all.
I will I will pop a couple in the microwave just to give it that little, little warmth to melt the chocolate chips. So yeah, the you nailed it,
Mhm.
Charlie, with this
Yeah.
exploration.
Yeah, I know that sometimes I'll get like cookies that like you get them at like a Shaw's or Stop and Shop or any grocery store you go to, and you get the ones that are like in the plastic container that are clearly like the bakery made like a day or two ago. And while they're good, you're right. Like there's definitely a big difference between like, oh, there's like an area in the cookie that has like four chocolate chips in one little spot, and like it's like overwhelming because they're not even. I get what you're saying, and I've never really considered popping those ones in the microwave as much. But that
I
I I
recommend it.
I was against you in the beginning because you were like I just don't because I didn't understand what you're trying to say. Then I heard what you had to say, and
Thank you.
I understand more what you're trying to come across, and I get that you're not trying to say you hate chocolate chips as much as you hate the form that most chocolate chip cookies come into. So
Right. Their
Yeah.
default state, their default room
Default.
temperature state.
Yes. This is what the Truth Cabin's all about. It's about
Yeah.
getting to this nitty gritty and really hearing people out.
Can we just all
Getting down
agree
into it.
sour cream and onion chips? We can all agree that's a no-go, right?
No go for me.
Charlie?
uh,
That, come
Very
on.
rare. Like it's not a complete no go, but it's not like an all the time thing. Like a very here or there. Like I'm not gonna go to the store and go, oh hey, sour candy and chips. Now I'm gonna eat these for lunch. Have my breath smell like butt for the rest of the day.
Okay, well, just as long as we can agree on something, what would be the one food all three of us can say, nope, can't do it? How
Steve, what was
about
I
your
don't think we've
yeah?
I don't think we've found it yet. I don't think we found that yet.
red onions?
I like
You-
onions.
I I like onions.
What
Matt,
about the olives? Like Steve, how did you feel about the olives? I think that Matt and I both didn't like olives. What did you think about that?
there's a time and place for olives for me. I enjoy an olive. Um, I was at one point a child with the olive fingers.
Oh, I knew there was something I didn't like about you.
Oh, don't-
I had a feeling the day I met you, I was like, he's that kid.
What about
oh
candy
my.
corn? Candy corn?
Candy corn, uh, right out of the bag, I can't do. Though I've heard, I have yet to try this, is that there is a right way to eat candy corn.
Yeah,
It's I think it's one piece of candy corn and two peanuts
really?
at once. That
Mm.
I've heard that is like the thing to do to see if you can turn yourself on to candy corn.
Hmm.
I was I'm gonna calendar this for next Halloween.
Yeah. How about from the sounds of it? I think we can all agree, because I know Matt, you're very much against it, but I think we can all agree that like the people who drench their food in ranch, because there's a lot of people who do that, like just drench their food in ranch or mayo or condiments or something like that. That's a I think we can, is that something we can all agree on? Like we're not going to drench our food in it.
Yeah.
Yes, the dressing in general, I use on the sparing side, like any dressing.
Hmm.
So I will agree with that blanket statement that too much ranch, no go.
No go. Yeah.
It gets a no-go from all three of us, I think.
Excellent.
Too much ranch, no go.
Add
That
that.
is a truth.
Yes, add
That
that to
is
the
a truth.
hall. Add that to the hall of truth.
The
Yes.
hall of truth.
Yes. Add that in.
Okay, well, I am glad that we can all find a consensus on the dousing of ranch, or really any dressing, as a food no-no.
Hmm.
And
Thank
I
you.
think, I think we can wrap this one up and move on to our next topic. So we will be right back.
Welcome back, campers, and thank you so much for listening to that clip from the very first recording of the Truth Cabin series. Back when we recorded that in December of 2020, we were still really unsure of what the theme was going to be for this show. And as time went on, eventually we grew into mainly being the nostalgia-based show that it still is. And we now have the other series on the podcast feed that kind of focus into some other things as well. If you haven't had a chance to listen to some of those other series, you can listen to Bro Chat with myself and my brother Tyler. You can listen to Random Assortment of Awesome, which is myself and other various guest hosts who join. Bring It Back or Leave It Be, myself and Paul, and then Just a Couple with myself and Meredith. I really enjoy being part of this podcast feed family with everybody. And as the head creative person on this podcast project, I just want to say on behalf of myself, Counselor Matt, Counselor Steve, and everybody who plays a role in all of the series here, thank you so much for listening, for following. If you'd like to get a little bit more from the podcast feed, if you haven't already, go over to our Instagram account at The Truth Cabin, where you can get some updates and some other fun stuff here and there. We have some clips, music from the series and things like that on our YouTube channel, also at The Truth Cabin. And we really just hope that you follow along and that you hear more podcast goodness from us as the years go on. So that will do it for this episode of The Truth Cabin. Happy 5th birthday to the podcast feed. Many more to come. On behalf of Counselor Matt and Counselor Steve, this is Charlie. We will talk to you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.